Welcome to Psychology of Humans. Today, we explore one of the most influential and controversial psychologists in history, B.F. Skinner, the man who believed that nearly all human behavior can be explained through one concept: reinforcement. Skinner didn't focus on thoughts, feelings, or the subconscious mind. Instead, he focused on what humans do, why we repeat certain behaviors, why we avoid others, and how reward and consequence shape our habits, relationships, and even our identity. In this video, we break down who B.F. Skinner was, what behaviorism actually means, why reinforcement is more powerful than motivation, how habits are formed at the unconscious level, why you keep doing things you know are bad for you, and how you can reprogram your own behavior using Skinner's principles. Let's begin. Part 1. Who was B.F. Skinner? Burgess Frederick Skinner, born in 1904, was an American psychologist who transformed the field with a radical idea: behavior is not random. It is shaped by consequences. He rejected the idea that we need to analyze childhood memories or unconscious desires to understand why people act the way they do. Instead, he believed psychology should focus on measurable actions, what people actually do, because actions can be observed, predicted, and changed. To test his theories, he created what became known as the Skinner box, where he studied how animals learned through reinforcement. By controlling rewards and outcomes, he could predict behavior with remarkable accuracy. Skinner's work would go on to influence education, business, addiction research, therapy, parenting, self-improvement, even video game and social media design. His message was simple: if you want to understand humans, study what reinforces them. Part 2. What is behaviorism? Behaviorism is the theory that behavior is learned through interaction with the environment. According to Skinner, there are two main ways behavior is shaped. 1. Classical conditioning. This is the type of conditioning made famous by Pavlov, where a stimulus triggers an automatic response. But Skinner took things further. 2. Operant conditioning. This is Skinner's main contribution. Operant conditioning says, behaviors followed by rewards are repeated. Behaviors followed by punishment are avoided. This sounds simple, but the implications are enormous. It means, most habits are not based on willpower. Most goals fail because they are not reinforced. Most bad habits survive because they are rewarded. And most people unconsciously repeat behaviors they don't even like, simply because those behaviors have been reinforced in the past. Skinner's theory suggests that your life today is the sum of all the reinforcements you've experienced. Part 3. The 4 types of reinforcement. Skinner proposed that all behavior is shaped by 4 key forces. 1. Positive reinforcement, adding something good to increase a behavior. Praise, money, pleasure, approval, achievement. Positive reinforcement is the most powerful force shaping human behavior. 2. Negative reinforcement, removing something unpleasant to increase a behavior. Relief from pain, ending discomfort, avoiding stress, reducing anxiety. People repeat behaviors that give relief, even if those behaviors are harmful. This is a major factor in addiction, procrastination, avoidance, and compulsive habits. 3. Punishment, adding something unpleasant to reduce a behavior. Criticism, embarrassment, discomfort. Punishment can stop behavior short-term, but it rarely creates long-term change. 4. Extinction, removing reinforcement, so a behavior fades. If a behavior stops being rewarded, eventually, it disappears. This is the quiet force behind broken habits. It's also why relationships collapse when reinforcement disappears. Part 4. Why reinforcement is more powerful than motivation. Skinner believed motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. It rises and falls. But reinforcement is stable, predictable, and deeply wired into the brain. This explains why we scroll social media compulsively. We check notifications hundreds of times a day. We snack when bored, we stay in toxic relationships, we avoid difficult tasks. We repeat patterns even when they make us unhappy. These behaviors have one thing in common: they are reinforced. Every like, message, or dopamine spike, even tiny ones, tells your brain, do that again. This is why Skinner believed that if you change reinforcement, you change behavior, often, automatically. Part 5. How habits form through the brain's reward system. Long before neuroscience existed, Skinner predicted what modern brain imaging now confirms. Reward strengthens neural pathways. Every time a behavior is reinforced, your brain wires itself to repeat it. This is why habits feel automatic. Your brain has learned the pattern. Skinner would argue that habit formation is not mystical. It is mechanical. Do behavior gives, receive reward gives, behavior strengthens. Over time, the reward becomes so automatic that the behavior continues, even when the reward disappears, or even becomes harmful. Part 6. Intermittent reinforcement. The most addictive pattern on earth. Skinner discovered that the most powerful reinforcement schedule is not consistent reward. It is inconsistent reward. This is called intermittent reinforcement, and it is responsible for some of the most addictive human behaviors: gambling, slot machines, social media scrolling, checking notifications, online dating apps, toxic relationships that are sometimes loving and sometimes cold. Inconsistent reward activates the brain's uncertainty circuits, creating a powerful dopamine loop. This was one of Skinner's most important insights. The less predictable the reward, the more addictive the behavior. Part 7. How to reprogram your behavior using Skinner's principles. Skinner's work gives us a blueprint for self-change. 1. Reinforce the behaviors you want. Reward progress, not perfection. Make good habits satisfying, even in small ways. 2. Remove reinforcement from behaviors you want to eliminate. If you stop rewarding a behavior, it loses power. This includes removing attention, convenience, comfort, emotional payoff. 3. Break the cycle of intermittent reinforcement. Cut off unpredictable rewards, especially in social media, dating, gambling, toxic relationships. 4. Make the right behaviors easier. Environment shapes behavior. Change your surroundings, and habits follow. 5. Replace, don't resist. Skinner believed humans rarely stop behaviors. They replace them with better ones. Part 8. Skinner's biggest message. You are a product of your reinforcement history, but you can rewrite it. Skinner believed freedom is not the absence of structure. Freedom is understanding the structures that shape you. When you understand reinforcement, you can break bad habits, build new ones, change how others treat you, strengthen relationships, improve discipline, and reshape your entire behavior pattern. You are not trapped, you are conditioned. And conditioning can be changed. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.